Hello guys, welcome back to Baklumpe TV. So thankful that you guys have joined me again today. And then if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. I need numbers. We need to make this channel grow. Okay, so after a long time, I'm back to talk about everything basically. Okay guys, today I just want to talk about, first of all, to say thank you to Africa for the rising new leadership, especially the young leaders that are coming up. But to Malawi, I don't know what you guys have done. You've just gone back to what you rejected. You've gone back and experiment again. We'll find out the future about that. But today, I'm going to focus on the president of Botswana, Mr. Boko. I think this gentleman is coming up very well. Some of the policies that I like about is on the mining sector, and also the fact that he's trying to diversify from diamond mining to other sectors like agriculture, tourism, because there's just a lot of opportunities in Botswana and just in Africa in general. There's a lot of opportunities in all sectors. It's just that these sectors are not tapped yet, and what we need is visionary leadership, like from Traore in Mali, as well as from Boko, the Botswana president, is talking about a lot of good things that I believe if many African countries can choose such path, we will find ourselves developing very well. Okay, so first of all, let me show you this video where he was being interviewed, and let's see what he says there.
Reliant on diamonds, which account for 80% of the nation's exports and a third of government income. The increasing popularity, though, of lab-grown diamonds is creating big disruption in the market, choking off Botswana's revenue. I spoke with President Duma Boko. Here's what he had to say about the state of the diamond market.
The key issue right now for us in the diamond space is the declared divestment of Anglo from DBS. And as you know, Anglo holds 85% stake in DBS. Botswana, the government of the Republic of Botswana holds 15. We are resolute now, and we've communicated a firm intention to increase our stake in DBS to a controlling stake that is upwards of 50%.
Would you go higher than that? Would you
we
consider
will
taking
be,
it over?
yes, we will.
So basically, any African country which has mining, they've got industry, for example, they've got mining industry, they've got resources underneath. We should have at minimum at least more than 50% of ownership in those mines. But what's currently happening is that most of these governments that we have, including Zambia, you find that the stake they have in those mines is sometimes 20%, sometimes less than 20%. Okay, so we don't even have the control of those mines. Whatever money comes in for those mines, most of that money goes to these people who are basically having the largest control. And these are just individuals basically controlling all that wealth that the country has. Okay, so these individuals, they're not even they're not even African. They're just people from other countries. They control that. They extract all basically the revenue, most of it, I should say 90% of how much they make, they extract that and they take it to the countries where they come from. To make the matter worse, you find that when they come in, they extract the mineral, they sell the mineral, they declare losses, they don't pay tax. So meaning that the government, whatever they get from that 10% or whatever 20%, sometimes they don't even get anything. What we need is a situation where we have full control of these mining companies. Basically, we have to control these investments. We have the full control so that we know where the minerals are being sold, how much they've been sold, and we make that decision. Basically, we have to dictate how much and where to sell those minerals. Because what's happening, these guys, they're selling these minerals to their companies, basically their sister companies, through transfer pricing. I've done a video about this. If you just check from one of the videos that I've done, they're doing this transfer pricing where They declare losses in our countries, and then our countries end up not even getting tax or getting the profit that is required. So what those owners, basically with the majority shareholding, they take all the profits by selling to their sister company, which is in Switzerland. And Switzerland buys copper. Basically, if you look at the books in Zambia, you find that Switzerland is one of the biggest buyers of copper importers of copper from Zambia. Yet they don't even have a yard where they have to stockpile that copper. All that copper that they buy goes to China. So we sell to this sister company at a loss, and then this sister company sells to China. So basically, all the profits are externalized, and what is left in Zambia is nothing. Basically, Zambia is not able to claim the tax. So what President Boko is suggesting here is very good, and I just hope countries like Zambia, countries like Malawi, in the Southern Africa, basically, we have to start believing in ourselves that we can do these things ourselves, okay? Because this is 2025. We should not be thinking that we'll be rescued by these Europeans. Europeans have got their own problems, and the only thing that is feeding Europe at the moment is Africa. Without Africa, Europe is on its knees. Yet we keep just begging these people. We beg them all the time. And when they come in, they just screw us up all the time. I'm not saying that these other countries are better. Let's say China maybe is better than Europe. No, they're all the same. What we need is new leadership that will focus on developing ourselves. Because we've got skilled people. We've got people who are qualified engineers. We've got people who have experience working in the mining sector, in different sectors. So we should be able to own most of these companies and develop them ourselves. If someone wants to invest in Zambia, let's say, for example, they have to make sure that they have to start residing in Zambia, take up citizenship and become a taxpayer in Zambia there. Okay, that way we'll make sure that the money they're making stays in Zambia, because at the moment all this money is being extracted, it's been externalized, it's being taken to other countries, and Zambia and most of these African countries are not gaining the benefit from their mineral resource. So it's a very good thing that Boko is talking about this. Let's just listen further and then we'll just dive in that.
We'll go higher.
Why?
But because we want to have effective control of the industry. We want our voice to be heard. It's a matter of economic sovereignty for Botswana. We produce 70% of De Beers' diamonds through our Janeng mine and Orapa. So we want to have a firm voice in the direction that the industry is taking. We want to have a firm control and involvement in the diamond value chain, including its marketing, which we believe has slacked somewhat over the years. And we now see the advent of synthetic diamonds, purportedly almost seeking to supplant and replace natural diamonds. Well, it is our firm belief and stance.
So this is basically what I was talking about. It's saying we need to have control of the market. And this is what Botswana does not have at the moment, because everything is being controlled by the Beers, whatever, the Boers or the Beers. And these guys are Europeans or Americans. They're all different. This kind of coming from all these countries. They come in, they control the largest, something that is supposed to bring wealth to the country. They come in and control that, extract as much as they can, and leave holes in Africa. Okay? So these people, they're not there really to look after us. They're there to make themselves very powerful, such that they become so powerful that they even change governments. Okay? So we, in Africa, these youth, you guys are the youth, because now we are so exposed with the internet. All I say is, thanks to the internet, we're able to see how these things are in Europe, okay? How things are in Europe. We're able to understand now that everything that they've shown us is all just bluff, okay? It's just a lie, basically. They show us how great these countries are. The greatness of these countries in terms of wealth comes from Africa, because that's where most of their investments are. and they get the raw materials, use them in their countries. That's why they process them. They make a lot of money there, and then Africa ends up not having anything. Or alternatively, they'll just extract material as much as they can and sell that to China direct at a market price, while in our countries they sell them at a lower price and declare losses. Like the BS. The BS produces diamonds, yet they declared some losses. So it's not something that we have to just leave it in the hands of the Europeans and expecting that we are going to make it ourselves. What we need is through leadership. Because if you see how Zambia was when CCCM was a thing that time in the 80s, and in 80s actually and 70s, things were better. At least we had a lot of facilities within the mining towns. But now everything's gone with this privatization. It was all just a lie. Okay, so these guys they come in and steal basically from us. So it's a shame that things happen.
There's
like
no
that.
way in which a fake can outshine the real.
What would you say to someone who says maybe this isn't the time for the government to be increasing its stake in De Beers? What is the benefit here, especially when you look at the myriad of issues that the country's facing?
Well, the starting point is the reality that Botswana produces 70% of the diamonds in GBS anyway. So there's no way in which we will sit back and not take effective control of this resource. That's the first. The second is that we need to also be involved in midstream and downstream in relation to the diamond industry, and also the marketing. So it is absolutely imperative for Botswana at this point, particularly, to take a more active role and increase its stake.
Where do you get the funds from, though?
Again, that led us a stupid question, a most dumbest question, dumb question. Okay? Where are you gonna get the money from? The money is in the diamond. If these guys are making money from those diamonds, then the money is in the diamonds. When these new mining companies start opening up, let's say we open a new mine, we know that here there's copper deposit or there's gold. Okay, government must automatically take 60% shareholding. Okay, as a government. So you can leave, let's say, 20% for the locals to invest in that mining companies, and then the rest will be somebody from international. So if for example, you want somebody to invest in a mining company, they have to have residence in Zambia, so that they're able to pay tax. Okay, not to be somebody sitting in another country making money while the rest of the country is in poverty. So it shouldn't be like that. So what we need government to take up that control of that entity, and then the rest of the shareholding, it can be given to the local people, okay, and also those people that are willing to come and invest. It's just like that. And then we start the mine. We can start small, and then we increase with output. We sell, we make money. We increase with output. We sell, we increase, just like that. That's how we start. We cannot start big at the same time. No, we have to start small, but invest and keep expanding as the mining as you continue to mine that, as you continue to make profit, you start expanding, and that's how it has to be done. Then the status at the moment, you go to the mining towns in Zambia, they're all down now. You look at what was there in the 1990s, is all in dilapidated state. Even the hospitals we have, it's all dilapidated state. Roads, we have to borrow money, yet we've got money. There's millions and millions of tons of mineral being exported. We've got trucks every day. There are trucks going south, going north. What are they carrying? They're all carrying copper, okay? All carrying materials, raw copper, raw minerals that have been sent to either China or these other countries where they're processed, and then we end up buying those things again. We start buying those things through those finished goods, which basically are made from the copper or the minerals that come from our country. So, guys, that's all I wanted to say today. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll be giving you another video. Cheers.